Imagine waking up tomorrow. The world is silent. No lights glowing in the darkness, no warm breakfast waiting in the kitchen, no cars racing down the streets, no factories, no airplanes crossing the sky, no cities lighting up the night, not because electricity disappeared, but because something far more important never existed in the first place. Fire. For hundreds of thousands of years, one simple discovery transformed a weak, vulnerable animal into the dominant species on Earth. It allowed us to cook food, protect ourselves, build civilizations, create technology, and eventually, walk on the moon. But what if humanity had never learned to control fire? Would we still be hiding in caves? Would civilization even exist? Or would another species rule the planet instead? Today, we're traveling into one of the most fascinating alternate histories imaginable. Welcome to What If Universe. Over 1 million years ago, the Earth looked very different. Gigantic forests covered vast continents. Massive predators hunted across open plains. Early humans weren't kings of nature, they were prey. Unlike lions, we had no sharp claws. Unlike wolves, we had no powerful jaws. Unlike bears, we had almost no natural protection against the freezing cold. In fact, compared to most animals, humans were surprisingly weak. When the sun disappeared below the horizon, the world belonged to predators. Every strange sound in the darkness could mean death. Every cold night became a fight for survival. Yet our ancestors possessed something unique: curiosity. They watched lightning ignite forests. They saw volcanoes pouring rivers of glowing lava. Wildfires terrified them. Fire wasn't a tool, it was a monster. Something to avoid, something impossible to control. Then, everything changed. At least, that's what happened in our timeline. One day, some early humans learned to keep fire alive. Later, they discovered how to create it themselves. That single achievement became one of the greatest turning points in human history. But in this alternate universe, that discovery never happens. No one learns to make fire, no one carries burning branches between camps, no campfires light the darkness. Humanity remains trapped in a world where every sunset brings fear. And this changes far more than you might expect. Without fire, winter becomes humanity's greatest enemy. Cold regions remain almost impossible to survive. Early humans are forced to stay close to warm tropical climates. Entire continents become deadly. Migration slows dramatically. But surviving the cold is only the beginning. Every meal must be eaten raw. Fresh meat spoils quickly. Dangerous bacteria spread easily. Parasites become common. Many plants remain impossible to eat because they cannot be cooked. Hard roots stay too tough to digest. Nuts require enormous effort to chew. Food provides less energy than it does in our world. That might sound like a small problem, but it changes everything. Scientists believe cooking allowed humans to absorb far more calories from the same food. Those extra calories fueled the growth of our incredibly large brains. Without cooking, our brains may never reach the size they have today. Our intelligence develops much more slowly. Language evolves later. Complex planning becomes difficult. The very thing that separates humans from most animals could remain forever limited. Imagine looking across the planet. No villages, no farms, no cities. Just small groups of humans wandering through forests, searching every day for enough raw food to survive. But the biggest surprise hasn't happened yet. Because fire didn't just help humans eat, it helped humans build the entire modern world. Without it, history itself completely disappears. At first, it might seem like humans could still survive without fire. After all, we already know how to hunt. We can build simple shelters. We can work together in groups. So maybe civilization simply develops more slowly, right? Not quite. Because fire didn't just make life easier. It completely changed the direction of human evolution. Without fire, our ancestors remained trapped in a cycle of survival. Every day is spent searching for food. Every night is spent avoiding predators. There's little time to invent, little time to explore, and almost no opportunity to build something greater than the next day's survival. But the biggest obstacle isn't the cold, and it isn't hunger, it's knowledge. Think about the very first human communities. At night, people gathered around campfires. They shared stories. They taught their children. They planned hunts. They passed on ideas from one generation to the next. The fire wasn't just a source of heat, it became the center of human communication. Without it, those long evenings never happen. Groups spend less time together. Knowledge spreads more slowly. Language itself may evolve at a much slower pace. Simple discoveries that once took generations now take thousands of years. Then comes another problem. Without fire, humans can't harden wooden spears. They can't make stronger tools. They can't clear forests for new land. Even hunting becomes more dangerous. Large predators continue dominating the food chain. Humans remain cautious, always hiding, always running, never truly becoming Earth's dominant species. Millions of years pass. While other animals continue adapting, humans change very little. Small tribes wander across warm regions of Africa and parts of Asia. The population stays tiny. There are no kingdoms, no empires, no great explorers crossing oceans, no scientists asking questions about the universe. Every breakthrough that shaped our history simply never arrives. But if humanity never builds civilizations, what happens to the rest of the world? Without cities, without factories, without technology, would Earth become a paradise for wildlife? Or would another surprising future unfold? The answer changes everything. But this is only the beginning, because without fire, humanity doesn't just lose warmth, it loses civilization itself. In the next part, we'll explore what happens when there are no farms, no metal, no cities, and no modern world. So if you thought life without fire was terrifying so far, wait